What's up, guys? Chiti Chits here. Welcome to Vikas Productions. And with me, I have, of course, Dr. Oti and Professor Casper. Last time we were talking about love, and we left it at part 1. So today we'll continue from where we left, and then we'll have a series of other discussions that are related to love. So last time, Professor Casper, you talked about knowing the right person that you should be with, and you said you will know this person when you see them. And I felt like you didn't elaborate much about it. Maybe if you can recall, you can pick from there.
Actually, it's a principle in psychology that most women get attracted to men who have around 70% qualities of their father. And the same applies to men. They normally get attracted to women who have around 70% qualities of their mother. So the first way of knowing that this is the right person to you, who might probably live as per the way you were brought up and you might not have a lot of conflict and problems with, is through counter-checking the qualities that person has against the opposite of your family. Now, the problem comes to probably those people who never agree with the fathers or never agree with the mothers. They might not understand the qualities, but they have the aunties and the uncles to compare, though it's not 100%. So that's one way you can know that this is the right person for me. The second way you can know the right person that is meant for you, you already have a checklist. Checklist, when I speak about a checklist, already you have, in your idea, you have an image that you have created in your mind, the kind of person you want. There are people who say if they see people wenye wamenyoa kama our moderator here, wanasema mi siwezi olewa na mtu amenyoa box, I can't get married to such a person. Those are just prerequisites or the checklists.
He always used me as an example.
Yeah, okay. Na watu wamekasika kama Dr. Oti pale. So so they might say, no, I don't want a tall, brown, raw guy like Dr. Oti. So they want maybe a short, like we have those qualities. You as a guy, you also have a precondition. There are guys who don't want to marry a lady with makeup. So you are asking, how do I know that this is the right person? I find a person with a makeup, then automatically you disqualify yourself from being the right, because my checklist does not have a makeup person as one of the person who was qualified to be my girl. So I think that's what I meant when I said that when you see her or when you see him, you will know actually this is the person who is meant for me, because at least you have the checklist and then you can check the qualities. Yeah.
Okay, now talking about qualities, Dr. Oti, are they really necessary? So long as you are in a trouser and you are a man and you are mature, in sober mind, I mean you are sane, I think ideally any man has been designed to fall in love and get married or marry. So do you think there's that right person for everyone?
There could be, but for me, what I'm just seeing mostly is a case of love at the first sight. Mostly we do not have a choice. Like the first person who if one person makes an impression, show an interest, that is how it goes. And mainly the ladies they do not have a say. Like if you knock their door, they can accept. Mostly they accept because very few people gather the courage to tell them. So I don't think if people are really going for those qualities, mostly people, these things like somebody is coming, there's a neighbor girl living, next to you. There's somebody in your group where you sing. You just find yourself like, I don't think if we set the qualities. Yeah. Once somebody has been around you, you just find that they get along. and you start just vibing, because qualities, most of them, the ones that are visible, you can see them, but we can also hide them. Yeah, when I undress myself, the number of wounds and the spots, the freckles, and the stretch marks, you might not know. When I undress is when you'll find them. The same with the behavior. A lot of them I will just expose what I want you to see. And when after getting what I want is when I can show. So actually, I don't think if really the quality, we rarely go for the quality. Most of our things are just love at the first sight. Somebody is seeing you, showing the interest, and you get another person who is like willing buyer and willing seller. Somebody is desperate for love. Somebody doesn't want to miss, like, no, not many people are knocking at your door. And a lady hereby, you knock the door and you show. So it goes, when somebody shows the seriousness and commitment, that is how it build up. Yeah, that is my perspective on this.
Yeah, to add on that, I think there is also another aspect that we must put into consideration. You might find the right person according to your description or qualities, as Dr. Oti is saying. But again, there is that willingness from the other partner to accept to your demands, especially if you are a man. And if you are ready, you might see qualities of the man you want, but you will not be able to get that man because he might not even approach you.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah. So it is some kind of complication, and sometimes you are forced to go for a compromise. You just go for something that resembles what you wanted.
So there is a connection between predestination, as you keep telling me, and like Dr. Oti here is saying that you cannot fall in love with someone who's in the US. You must be coexisting, at the same place. Now, you're saying that can be the case, but if there is no move that has been taken, then it might likely not happen that you will fall in love with this person. Now, my question is, when we are talking about matters love, is it predetermination, or is it somebody's effort for them to, you have to make a move for that to happen? Because if that is the case, especially for ladies, they have so many people who admire them in terms of men. And what happens with men is that you might have a lady who admires you, but they might not really show it up. But for a man, that can be a sign that, this man is into me. Now, predetermination versus somebody's effort. What do you go for when it comes to love? Destination.
Okay. Am I going to capture that? My tongue is going to capture that word correctly. Predestination.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. So I think I will go for that word first, because it is about making an advance. Then somebody is okaying that advance, or telling you to wait, or testing your patience. Yeah. So I think it is that was predestination versus
somebody's effort.
Somebody's effort. Okay. Generally, I will answer them with, the two together, because it starts with one, then goes to the next one. Yeah. Mwanaume ni bidii. So you make that advance, then you follow it up with some effort. So that effort can be, maybe can bring seduction. And you can show, like, you can come up with lyrics, sweet words. If you don't have that one, you can come in with fat pocket, incentives. And if you don't have that, you can come up with good looks, whereby maybe some people are created where, they are looking, pleasing to women, to ladies. The same ladies are also pleasing, to our sight. And then we can come to clothing. There are people who are just basically like, there are people who do not even look at those qualities. They just come like a man. First, look at the kind of shoe he's wearing. Some ladies are judging us based on the belt that we wear. Some are checking whether you have a wristwatch. They are checking like things which you can do without. And some are also looking at beards. So they are unique things. So for me, I don't think if like we really set something for people we want. Yeah, I think people who just come around us, we are not like animals. I really like birds, whereby birds. This one can be in mating, line mating, because birds, your mother has 2 eggs. When they hatch, one will be a male and another one will be a female. You pair like that and life continues. You go and start it elsewhere. But for us, it's like something that we bump on. Yeah, something that we bump on. A neighbor comes, you go to church, you go to school. We really do not take like the first person to accept our advances is usually the winner. It is just like a tender. Yeah, it usually like a tender. The first person who accept our advances. And ladies, mostly, they don't show advances. The person who make efforts, usually wins the tender.
Okay.
Yeah.
So according to you, then you meaning you trying to mean that you have to make some effort for you to get this person. It's not about this is your rib, that is what it was written, that you'll marry this person. So that was predestined.
Hakuna permanent. Tunaweza kuwa na mpoa, but when it comes to mambo ya permanent, it is not there. Yeah, so it is about the vibes which we get in our words, and courage, and maybe appearance. Yeah, there are people who like the appearance. And from the conversation which you have had, a candid conversation, you have found that not all relationship should end up in marriage.
Okay.
Some people are having even time. There are people having contract, like between this age, I want to date somebody who is looking like this. And maybe this date I can gamble. Between this period I can gamble and get anybody who comes. And after this age bracket, is when I will get the person like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So like people are like previously everything was destined to marriage. But now things are different. Yeah, the aims have changed. Yeah.
Professor Caspar, you're actually the person who we normally share different opinion when it comes to predestination versus external locus of control. So what say do you have over this?
I think it's something that is very hard to understand.
Yeah.
People we meet and probably have a relationship with, it was predestined to be like that. And it was predetermined that it will happen like that. However, one thing I can agree with you, that these people, we have to be with them in the environment that we are in. Are you saying that? So you cannot go and start dating somebody from America unless maybe you meet on social media and you try to find a connection. You meet. There must be a meeting point, be it a social media, church, your plot, or maybe your workplace or whatever. And that now brings me to another aspect. Apart from the qualities and blah, blah, sometimes mankind was created with a unique ability, which animals don't have, the ability to adapt to a situation. So you will find that you might meet a person in life and you decide that now this person we are going to live with, she doesn't have the qualities that I have, and then you start getting adapted to that person. This one, I know you might be controversial to you. Yeah. I know there is no woman who is ugly and there is no man who is not handsome. As long as I put the two of you in the same house, you live for around 2 to 3 months, you will start seeing the beauty in that woman. And that woman will start seeing the manhood and the goodness of this man I'm living with. And believe me or not, you two will start loving each other. So it is the environment.
Now, you have brought up another theory, the theory of trial and error. Because what you're trying to say here,
That is the analogy.
yeah, possibly that is the analogy, because you are saying that, first of all, you're accepting that you must be in the same environment, but if circumstances brings you together, but then you realize that this is not the right person for you, and for you to be able to tell that this is not the right person for you, you must have tried them for you now to see whether your traits are complementing each other, and then when you realize no, this is not gonna work, then you move to the second person. Now, is it that you're just trying out everyone you see and you think is a potential candidate to become your partner? Or is it that now the issue of predestination, because you might be having the wrong person, but if it's a matter of predestination, then it means that is the person that you have to stick with for better, for worse?
Okay, what I mean, I usually classify this aspect into 3 domains. There is the psychomotor domain. The psychomotor domain involves your senses, and in most cases your eyes, what you see. So immediately you see this person, you're like, this is what I like. Then we have the cognitive domain, whereby now you feel like when I look at the abilities, the special abilities, how this girl is doing things, how this guy is doing things, I think this guy can fit into what I want. And then finally, we have the affective domain, which is the environment in which you're living. Okay, so the idea of predetermination now comes in the environment, because for you to get this person, it must be a person around the environment, be it a social media environment or maybe a church or whatever where you met. You must meet this person. So my question is, if at that particular moment you are meeting that person, you are not at that point, could have you met that person?
That question is to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy, our honorable professor is hijacking your show.
It's becoming the person asking questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why I'm saying that most of these our meetups are random. Are random. We did not plan that this is the kind of person that we are going to meet. Some of the people get into relationship even earlier than they planned. You get that somebody saying that I want to get married. I will be serious. I will get serious with the things to do with relationship once I hit 28. The guy gets some job at 23. At workplace, there is something that is, maybe there's a lady that is giving him lift, and like that favor, like one thing leads to another. Like one person you do favor and I do it back. And the affectionate part, I want to agree with the domains that he brought. The final one was affection. Yeah. The one that you get in the environment, like you get used to somebody until you find that your things are clicking. So for me, I just agree that the main thing is the environment. Nothing was predestined. Like,
but if I can interrupt you,
Yes.
but under the socialism aspect,
Yes.
the environment doesn't just provide you with one suitor. You have so many that you can choose from. And that is where I was bringing the theory of trial and error.
Yes.
If you are exposed to 20 men and you feel like all these, I should try them. Or if you're exposed to 10 ladies, and so will you be going for each one of them to try until you feel like the fifth person, the fifth girl, is the one that I feel she's the right for me? And so you see that is trial and error. So you are just trying to But if it's an aspect of predestination, then it means if you fall for a thug, forces will push you towards, falling for this thug no matter what.
Okay. One thing with the relationship again, most of us don't want to be judged. Like, okay, people will be saying that so and so was dating so and he left that lady. So they will be counting like, so you just want, that is why people do not want like, you are operating within the same environment, and judgment will come like, what will be different. He was dating so, and he left the other person. So when we make a mistake or when we make things right, we want to live with them. Yeah, it is a decision like you make. For me, I insist that it is the first person who will accept. Like, most people do not want to date many people at the same time. You'll make a knock. This person welcomes you. You'll groove until you find maybe a misunderstanding. You go to the next door. But the first person who accept, maybe they can be the wrong people. You might find that they are the wrong people. Like, you are just trying, and the other person is serious, like asking you, what did you want? Then the other person starts showing more interest than even you. Then you say that, why not? We can try it. While trying, you get to know that a lot of likings is in that person that you never liked. Most people have the interviews I've had with most people. I'm seeing people who are married, and they are telling you that they are not married. Okay. Yeah. You see them; they are having wives, and with them, they are telling you, okay, or other ladies having husband, and according to them, they are telling you that is when they will get married later. Yeah. So we have had also mismatch. We have had mismatches which people live with. Like, you get, you cannot know people immediately. That is why courtship sometimes it is relevant, because you'll get, you don't know people's hobbies. We live according to our hobbies. Otherwise, a lot of things will be conflicting. You get to go to the movie, another person, you want to go to the cinemas, you want to go to clubs, you want to go to picnics, another person is against them. You want to go to Kesha, someone is against them. So we, being social animals, we live according to our hobbies. So you need to understand another person's hobbies. But I still remain with my view that most of our meetings are just random. Okay. These people are random. Like, if I ask you, like, the lady you have, was this the thing that you wrote? And appearance change. Yeah, we have seen slim ladies turn into very fat. Yeah. So it is just
they become fat until you ask yourself how.
How the petite, yes.
And if you doesn't have money as well,
nakwambia itakuwa noma.
Okay.
I tend to disagree with Dr. T. Mm-hmm. If we look at the causality theory, for every cause there is an effect, and for every effect.
Wait a minute. You see, you're confusing my viewers. What is causality theory? Because this is strange to some of them. Kindly explain first.
I'm explaining.
Yes.
For every cause there is an effect.
Okay.
And for every effect there is a cause. Yeah. So we call it causality theory. So why I'm insisting that the relationships are not random according to Dr. T. First of all, no one of us applied to be born. We were born randomly. Okay. That random kind of thing, we believe that there is a supreme being who controls which egg of your mother was supposed to be fatherized for you to get born. So first of all, there's that cause of you getting born and that girl getting born. For you not to meet that girl or your wife or your husband, the two of you must be in existence. So that means it is predetermined, okay? And predestined that you will be together such that the two of you are brought to the same environment. It's just that not randomly that you just met in that environment. Okay? Yeah. So that's my belief, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
It is good that he talked about a theory.
Yeah.
Theory is not tested.
Yeah.
So
now, I want us to wind up, but one last question. Now, during the early stages of falling in love for both parties, a man and a woman, what are the allowable things to do, and what are not? What things are not allowable to do? Like, for instance, when people have find like they are suitable for each other and they are working towards staying together, are they supposed to have intercourse? Are they supposed to finance each other in terms of, my hair, my nails, stuff like that? What do you think generally?
Okay, my view is, first of all, there is nothing like falling in love. It's when you come into agreement that the two of you are going to live together and start a family. Okay.
That is not falling in love.
That's not falling in love. It's just agreeing that the two of us, I think we are clicking. There are some few things we agree. And I think we are ready to go and start a family. Okay. The essence of marriage is starting a family with the aim of getting children and also allowing your family lineage to continue. Okay. So once the two of you agree, I don't see any reason why the two of you can't take care of each other as you will do in a marriage. And I don't know what you will be waiting ukikaa kwenu na bwana akikaa kwao. The two of you, once you agree, you become a husband and a wife. Remember, this guy in the Bible who married the mother of Jesus, but they never gave birth to Jesus together, Joseph. When the angel came to report to him, the angel said, "Do not fear taking your wife Mary." The angel did not say, "Do not fear taking Mary as your wife." It said, "Do not fear taking Mary, your wife." Because already that day you make an agreement that we are going to marry each other, you become one. Or that's ratification that you have married each other. So you can't deny each other anything. As a man, provide. As a lady, try to prove to the lady that you can do things, and the lady has to prove some few things here and there.
So woman, sex, man, money.
Of course, sex, both of you enjoy. Just agree what you're going to do together in the family. Like, okay, what role will you play? Sex is not a question there. Money is not a question there. These two must be there. That's my philosophy.
Can you educate your fiancé?
Yeah, you can take her to school. Why not? Yeah, you can take her to school if that's what you have agreed. That, okay, see, girl, I cannot be able to like the needs of the family, the goals of the family, we can't be able to meet them if both of us are not working. It's an agreement you have made.
Can you buy land and write the title, her name?
There's no problem. I don't see any big deal. If you agree, yes, I buy and write it to your name.
What if you don't end up together?
All of us will die one day.
No, I'm not talking about that.
There's no need. If I've trusted you and said that you're going to be my partner, I should be willing to go to any loss of whatever the decision I will make. Okay? So if I decide to buy land and put the name on you, there's no need you marry each other and then you distrust each other.
I guess these ones were the allowables in the first month. This is like first month of dating. First month of dating could be even, that period of, getting to know each other. I think that one you'll be jumping your guns. And you are saying that you have your philosophy. You'll nearly become a philosopher with a lot of good words, a motivational speaker. After educating a lady, and then it's when they meet the ideal people that they want, they go to other environment. that is showing her more people that she really want. The title of the land is already written under her name. The girl is already educated, and she moves to another one. We are talking about 1 month into a relationship. Yeah.
Not understood me. What I'm saying, if you have agreed that you're going to marry, what is holding you back? I don't say we agree we are going to marry and start dildaring, going lodgings, going here and there. You should take that lady to your house. If that's the day she has agreed, she has become your wife. Not again, akae kwa umpeleke.
So you misunderstood my question completely, because I asked during the first days of you guys falling in love, what are the allowable things you can do? Not when you have agreed that now come I marry you.
No,
this is when you are even trying this person whether is the right person.
Listen, I told you there is nothing like falling in love. It's agreeing you are going to marry each other. So it's either you have decided to do prostitution or marry each other. So when you say you are falling in love, you want to run each other, that's prostitution.
Not all relationship lead to marriage.
That's why I'm saying, Dr. T, since not all relationships lead to marriage, you are doing prostitution. You have agreed to do this.
Now, without even talking about prostitution, because intercourse was one of the aspects I asked whether you can do, it's allowable. So unless you are doing it outrightly, then call it prostitution. But if you have agreed that between these 2 days, these few months that we are knowing each other, there's nothing like intercourse, there's nothing like I'm giving you a donor fare for here and there. Those are the kind of things I'm asking. But you're talking about prostitution. This is business now you're doing here.
Now we are coming to, now we are converging to a single agreement that the allowables will depend on the agreements you have, the two of you. Are we together? If you agree that we are going to marry each other and there is the issue of education, title, whatever, that's an agreement you have to agree. Under what ground we are going to do this? Are we together? So you can't just wake up in the morning and start doing something. You have to agree.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate.
Is that so English? Huh? Two can't work together if they have not agreed.
Yeah, maybe it is a verse in the Bible, and it is also English. But I have something to say about this, about the allowables. Our honorable Prof has just decided not to give you answers.
Yeah? Yes, deliberately.
Yeah, deliberately. Yeah. So the allowables, I think you should not chew. You should not chew more than you should not bite more than you can chew. Commit what you are able to lose. Do not overcommit. So we are talking about, if it is money, give small portion and let it be mutual. Like this one is offering this. Maybe the equalizer could be sex, where all of you are involved.